This video is sponsored by Squarespace. Whether you need a domain, website, or online store, make it with Squarespace. What is up, guys? Joe here. So it's been over 2 weeks since Apple officially revealed iOS 12, and it's currently available for those who are registered to a developer's account. Side note, in my last video, I did cover how to install iOS 12 if you are not a developer and want to try out iOS 12 before the official final release is out in the fall. But I have been using it for over a week now, and to be honest, it's quite stable for it being in the first stages of the beta. At least comparing it to all other iOS betas when they first launch, though it is not recommended to use it on your daily device because you will experience possible freezes or apps won't function properly. I've been using it on my iPhone 10 and haven't really ran into much trouble. But in this video, I wanted to go over some of my favorite features that I've been using on iOS 12 after using it for about 2 weeks now. First, we're going to start off with the known one, and that is Emoji. So you probably already heard about this, but with iOS 12, you're able to create your own Emoji, aka Memoji. This, as of right now, just like Animojis, will only work if you have an iPhone 10, but now you can express yourself with your own animated character. Sort of like Bitmoji, if you're aware what that is, on Snapchat and all that good stuff. You can customize many things like the skin color, your hairstyle, head shape, eyebrows, and more, and even add glasses or a hat. You can use your Memoji in messages by either sending a photo of your expression or now record up to 30 seconds of video. So that's another thing with Animojis. You used to can only send up to 10-second video clips of the Animoji, but now in iOS 12, it's extended to 30 seconds. Memoji and Animoji also works with Facetime, so if you don't care to show your face, you can slap on one of these. There's also more Animoji characters to iOS 12 to choose from, like the ghost, T-Rex, a tiger, and a koala. Oh yeah, and now Animojis can detect your tongue. Another thing is when you are snapping a photo directly through the Messages app, you can now use Animoji, Memoji, and add different animated text effects, stickers, and other things so you can customize that photo directly through the Messages app. These different camera effects also works on FaceTime as well. Now next is the Photos app, and with the Photos app you got a little bit of an update with iOS 12. You now have search suggestions. So you have a tab at the bottom right now where you can search photos, people, places, or events, and then it'll actually even show you different events like trips, sporting events, theme parks, festivals, museum visits, things like that. Also, you have people, places, and at the bottom you have different categories like dogs, animals, fireworks. So it'll detect different things in the photo. So even if it was a nightclub or concert, it'll show it right there in the categories. But there's also a For You section now where it'll include memory movies. You can also see like the photos that were taken on the same day in the past years. But it also gives you sharing suggestions. So it'll suggest people, Apple things you might want to share that album with. So if it was a friend that was at the same event, photos will be suggested to that specific friend and you can share back that photo. So both of y'all would have the same photo, which is pretty cool. Also the album section, if you scroll all the way to the bottom, you can quickly look through the different media types. And at the very bottom, you have the other albums where it will show your import history, any hidden photos, and also recently deleted. Now before we do continue with probably one of my favorite features in iOS 12, I want to give a quick shout out to our sponsor, Squarespace, for making this video possible. So whether you're needing a domain, a website, or just want to sell some merch, Squarespace makes it very easy to do. Squarespace is an all-in-one platform that lets you create an awesome website by simply setting up a domain or transferring your current domain, then choosing a template as a starting point that suits your style, then customize it to your needs, and you are good to go. Within minutes, I was able to create a cover page for my channel with a brief description showcasing what my channel is about, a way to contact me for any business inquiries, my YouTube channel link, and where to find me on social media. All while having a video running in the background. Pretty cool, pretty easy to make. With Squarespace having award-winning 24/7 customer support, you can get your website up in no time. So if you're trying to get a start on your own business, head over to Squarespace for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/JBTech17 to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or a domain. So this next feature I've probably been using the most, and that is Siri Shortcuts. With Siri Shortcuts, you'll be able to pair your own routines with third-party apps, so pretty much you can customize Siri to do something with a simple command. Apple showcased this at their event of how you can pair Siri with Tile, which is something I use, so I decided to give that a shot. And I've customized different Siri commands to find my keys and wallet. So I can easily say, hey, where is my wallet? And it'll go through the process I would normally have to do myself. So I would have to find the app, open up the app, click on my wallet tile, and then click on find. With this Siri shortcut I made, it does all of those steps on its own. Pretty dope. Next up is group notifications, something that we've been waiting for the longest. In iOS 12, finally it brings group notifications. So when you're looking at your lock screen, you won't see a huge list of notifications. Instead, they will be grouped by app. You can tap on the group notification and it'll expand. You'll be able to swipe them individually, or you can just swipe the whole group and clear them. But another thing you can do with them is, if you don't want to be distracted with a specific app notification, you can have it deliver it quietly, where it'll just show on your notifications, but it won't show up on your lock screen or show a banner or play a sound. You can also just turn off notifications completely from the app, so you can do these things directly from the app notification. So group notifications is something iOS should have had for the longest, but I'm finally glad that it's here. Next up is screen time, and I can see this being useful for many like myself, because it allows you to set limits to the usage of your device. It'll even show you all the details of how you use your device, so you become more aware of how you use your phone. It's pretty insane, because after a week of using my device, I didn't realize how many times I picked up my device. You can see a lot of information about the usage of your device. So by simply going to the settings and going to screen time, here just today I've used my device for over 3 hours, and it shows the category or app that has taken up my time. So going into more detail, you can see more information from that day or the last 7 days. And then scrolling down, you can see how many times you picked up your device, once every few minutes. I haven't realized that I do that, but yeah, it's pretty insane. And it also shows you how many notifications you've received as well. So whichever app you're getting the most notifications from, you can see that at a glance. So after seeing how much you use your device, you can even set a downtime. So between a specified time, it'll only let you use certain apps that you allow it to. I can see this being great for those who are not only parents, but also for themselves. You can also set limits on apps and categories too. So if you want to cut down on social media, for example, you can add a limit by selecting the category and selecting how much time you want to be allowed to use for that day, and even certain days. So maybe during the week when you're working Monday through Friday, limit yourself on social media. You can do that with the screen time settings, and it'll even sync across your iCloud account. So whichever device you pick up, if you're signed in to the same iCloud account, those limits will be there as well. What do you think? Do you see yourself using this a lot? Let me know in the comments below. Now, these are some of the notable changes to iOS 12 that I think you should know about, but there are also new things like a new measure app where you can actually measure things in real time. It uses AR, which is pretty amazing, because you can just point your camera at something. With a few button clicks, it'll actually tell you what that certain thing measures. I wouldn't really rely on this for it to give you exact measurements, but it does give you pretty close to it. Also, group FaceTime is a thing now where you can FaceTime up to 32 people all at once. I don't see myself using this because I don't have that many friends, but hey, you can do it now. But in the comment section below, let me know what your favorite features are in iOS 12, whether I covered them in this video or not. I want to know your thoughts. Now, if you want to see future updates on iOS 12 betas, because they will be launching every few weeks with new updates, fixing different bugs, or maybe adding new features, let me know if you want to see that by hitting that like button. But also, if you enjoyed the video, definitely hit that like button, as it not only lets me know that you enjoyed it, but it also shows support to the channel. Now, if you're not yet following on social media like Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and Snapchat, I'll leave all my links down below in case you want to stay up to date with what is going on. And lastly, if you feel like being awesome, hit that subscribe button and be sure to turn on notifications by hitting that notification bell. That way you are always notified when I push out a new video. Other than that, thanks a lot for watching. I appreciate your support very much. But I'll catch you all on the next one. All right, peace.